back on the 400. We got our stone here. And we cleaned up some of these walls, and some of them are okay. We haven't done the real bad one yet, but I'm going to show you the. So see how this one here it's got like stains in it. You can't feel that anymore, but you can kind of see it. And this one here was okay. Get the light. So that one there came out okay. This one here is it's got a lot of that crap in there from the water sitting in it. Like again, you can't feel them. I might hit them a little bit more, but I'm going to do that nasty one. I'm going to show you guys just that really, because this one is just really ugly. And I'll show you guys that one that's really ugly. We got PB Blaster all over the fucking place here at the shop. But that's the ugly one. This is like the one that's not no so happy. Is that one right there? And you can see this is like a shit ton of rust. I don't know about pulling like, I don't know. I mean, really? It should be, I don't know, something else. But we're going to clean it up. I mean, this is what we got. We're going to use what we got. It is what it is. I don't really care. I don't want to put any money in this. I already bought gaskets, so we got them. Like everything else is good in this thing except for these walls, but it's already been punched like 60 over, so I mean, who cares? At this point, I really just don't care. If it's a good run at 400, and if, you know, we're not setting the world on fire with this thing or trying to make stupid power or nothing, so we're going to let it eat. We're going to see if we can fix this cylinder up. I mean, if we did the hack job stuff and just, you know, cranked it over, it still wouldn't be as good as this. I mean, we could have worked this free. So, I mean, that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to work this cylinder out. See if we can get it to come back. I don't want to go crazy on it because, like, if it looks ugly but it feels okay, I'm okay with that. Whoa! Don't pull the thing out too far either because it'll bite you. And it'll send your lights flying. But we ain't nowhere near on this thing yet. So we're going real slow with this. This thing ain't eating like a lot. It's not eating a lot off of there, but it's going to eat some. Because we got to get rid of that shit. And if it looks ugly, I don't really care if it looks ugly. That's going to keep doing that to me. For some reason I want to pull that too far out the hole. But so that's what we're going to do. We're going to just work at this. And keep working at it. And if we can get it smooth, then I'm okay with it. I mean, it's going to be, it sucks. It is what it is. It's not great. It's ugly. It's going to be ugly. And that's what it's going to be. But if we can get it decent, we're going to run it. And it probably ain't going to make any difference. And if you're looking at it this way, the fire holes are a little bit too sloppy. Maybe we'll have a little bit of piston slap. We don't. It's already gap for boost. So look at it that way then. And we didn't gap it by ring. We did it by oversizing the cylinders with this home. Trying to get the ugly out of it. But I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. If it's decent, we're going to go with it. So who cares? We don't care at this point. We're going to phone this thing out. We're going to jam it back together. Probably going to run mint. And we don't care. Because this is all, we're doing all this so we can see what's wrong with that 350. I really want to know why that thing is running hot. That's what I want to know. That's where I'm at. I really want to know why that thing is terrible. It's not terrible. It's just when you get in traffic, it runs hot. I want to know why. We're going to pull the heads off. We're going to see if the head gaskets are clogged. After looking at this motor and these holes, I don't think the head gaskets are clogged. But I want to know why. I want to know why. We did everything we could. Now the motor's going to come out. We're going to jam this motor in there so we can still cruise it. And we're going to go with it. And we're going to look at this cylinder soon to see what we're doing here. Because I don't know what we're doing. And if it's smooth, we're going to run it. If it looks like shit, I don't really care. If it feels okay, I'm good with it. If it looks okay, we're going to go with it. Let's get the dirty rag. We're going to have to go retrieve our light that we sent flying across the shop. But I'm sure the rust is probably gone by now. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I mean, those rings are going to reseat. It's going to be alright. Who cares? It actually looks pretty alright in there. Let's see. Now, that cylinder was terrible looking. We're going to get a better look at that with the light in a minute. And we're going to get a clean rag in there. Because that one's getting all clogged up with metal. dust and grinding on this thing, but from the home. But I mean, all these cylinders came up pretty good. I mean, that one over there is a little bit meh, but I mean, we could spend a little bit more time on it. But I didn't want to wear stones out on this stuff until we got to this bad one, because there was so much rust in this bad one. I was a little bit concerned. And it looks pretty all right in the camera right now. Let me grab a light. We're going to get a better look at it. Here's our light. We got a light in there. Man, that thing looks not bad. I mean, it's not awesome. Don't get me wrong. I don't know how much, but you can see where the rust was. See all that, like that cloudiness in there? But there's no major like pits, and it feels pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna pause you guys. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on that. But that's I mean, you guys seen the amount of rust that was in there? That's really like not bad. I'll bring it back. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on it, slowly. Okay guys, there it is. I don't want to do any more because I don't want to take too much out of that wall. But it's nice. There is some little pits in there, but I just don't care. It's going to be what it is. It's a 400. It's the bad block 400. It does have flat top pistons. It has a good head job on it. It's got a good head. But I don't care. I don't want to take too much out of there. I think that's going to be good enough. It looks good. See that there's still like you can still see where the rust was, but you can't feel it. And if you look real close, there's a couple like tiny pits in there. I don't care. It's going to be good enough. And I think we're good. Like, we got that one. That one next to it. Well, it's dirty, but it needs to be wiped out. But is my light on here? Oh, that other one's lit up so good because we got a light underneath. But yeah, I mean, those are going to be, they're good enough. They're going to be good enough for what we're doing. So there we go. There's our home job. And you would do that throughout. Not, hopefully your cylinders don't look like garbage, but like these ones, these look like shit. But that cleaned up well. I mean, I'm okay with that. So we're going to do it. That's that. And I keep talking about it. But yeah, it feels good. I'm going to work on the other side a little bit because I wasn't sure how that stone was going to do in the rust. That heavy duty shit. And this one's kind of heavy duty. This one's kind of heavy duty on the rust, so we're going to redo this one a little bit. I didn't spend a whole lot of time over there because I wasn't sure if these stones were going to take it. So we're going to spend a little bit more time on this one. And I'll bring it back once we get to the next phase here. See ya. Just a little bit rough. Hey guys, we're on the 400 today. Lucas is putting in main bearings. I use main bearings. So this is the cheap budget, no budget. I don't know what we're going to call this Pontiac engine. This is learning for Lucas, and it's I don't know what it is. It's not good. But we're going to jam it together anyway. Because we got no money in this, and it's going to stay that way. So this is what he's doing. There's a little tab on there. Let's see that for a second. So here's our bearing. There's a little tab. I don't know if you guys can see. You can see. There's a little tab on here. I can't see. Anyway, it's there. There it is. That goes to the block. There's a little key in the block that fits in, and that's what he's doing. And that's it. You just jam them in like that. And then we're going to get the rope seal ready in the back, and then we're going to heave-ho the crank in there. Hopefully only once, and we don't have to keep doing it. But that's the bearing situation. I'll let him show you the last one. And then we're going to turn the camera off for a minute because you guys don't need us to walk around and get ready. And then, yeah, there it is. But we don't want to show them the shitty bearings. Don't pay no attention to the shitty bearing. Look how nice that bearing is.
Look at this side.
Yes, that side is perfect. And this crank was turned 2020. I don't know if I said that before. So this engine's at the end of its lifespan. It was punched 60 over. And the crank is 2020, so this is like its last hurrah. And if it runs good, it runs good. It'll probably run good. The cylinders, like we weren't happy with the cylinders. They weren't the best. But it's what we got, and that's what we're going to run. And this is a cheap budget, no budget. Okay, so we're going to drop the crank in. The flywheel's still on it because it's got h.r.p.t bolts in it. They're a 12-point. And you need a socket that's so thin, I don't even know how you put it on there. So the flywheel never came off. So here we go. Lucas and I are going to jam this sucker in.
See how nice and easy she wants to slide in.
So we cleaned it, and it's got lube on the bearing. And Lucas is going to get way ahead of me. Not going to get way ahead of me. There goes it. There goes your right. Is that it? And there it is. That's it. That's it, sitting in there. All right, we're going to get some main caps ready, and then we'll bring you guys back again. We're going to set up the main caps on there. The bearings, we'll get them cleaned up and get it lubed. Then we'll figure out a torque, and then we'll bring you guys back.
We're going.
Okay, so we're going to put the main caps on next. Again, that's Lucas who's going to throw it on. I'll find the bolts.
I got
It's got a
bolts
rope
already.
seal and stuff in it. It's kind of a nightmare. Lucas already has the bolts in this.
I do.
Number 4. Oh, you have number 5. We already put some stuff on there. I put a little bit more stuff on there. I think we're running out. We got a new one.
Those bolts are started.
Oh, we're gonna put some torque stuff on those bolts.
Is this all your half-inch drive?
We're gonna put torque stuff on those bolts. No, there's a whole rack over here.
Oh.
So we don't want to put them in yet. We gotta pause that. There's no one here, right?
All right, we got to get torque stuff for the bolts, so we're gonna bring it back once we find it.
Guys, this is the stuff I use, the h.r.p.t stuff, h.r.p.t, ultra torque, whatever. It's probably unnecessary. Motor oil's probably fine. We're gonna use this anyway. We're gonna get all the bolts brushed with this, and then we'll bring it back once we're ready to torque. Lucas is gonna torque those. We're gonna do in 3 stages: 60, 80, and 95, and then it's gonna, and on the back it's gonna be 120 or something. Yeah, just kind of work the center out, and then we'll see if we can still turn it. That rope seal was kind of tight in there, so if it's binding on anything, it's going to be the rope seal. And I guess I really don't care, because it is what it is. You get them all? Set to the back. Once he does 60 on this, we'll give it a turn. Make sure we can still turn it.
That's 60.
And we can still turn it. Boy, that rope seal does put a lot of drag on it. It's a little snug on that rope seal.
Go to 80 and try again.
80. So it's going to go to 80 now. And then we're going to do 95 on the others, and then 120 on the end. And then we're torqued. And then we're going to assemble the pistons, the rings, and then we'll start smashing those in. Maybe we'll get this thing built today. I don't know. All depends on how much time Lucas has. Well, maybe we'll finish it without him, but, you know, I'm sure he kind of wants to be here.
Yeah.
I don't know if, is this your first motor?
It is.
This is his first motor.
That's 80.
That's 80. So now we're going to go to, what did we say, 90?
95.
95. We go to 95 on the regulars, and then the rear main has bigger bolts, so that gets a little bit more. Plus, the cap is, you know, twice as wide as the rest. Work left this time. Go left. You keep going right. There you go. Not that it matters, but look at that, huh? Look at the forearms on this kid. And that's that. Those are done now. And then it's going to go to the rear ones. So I'm going to move you guys for the rear ones because they're huge. 120. There it is. Look at that. He's working now. Alright guys, we're going to get a bunch of rods and pistons. We'll show you how to, because we're going to assemble them. So we'll assemble a couple on camera for you. You don't need to watch us do all 8. And then when we start smashing them in, we'll bring you back. Alright guys, you missed the bottom right because we didn't record it. So anyway, it's a 3-piece deal. That separator goes in, this separator goes in first, and then there's a thin ring that goes on the bottom, and then you put the other one on the top. And now we're at the second compression ring. They say not to stretch these on. I usually always do, but I'm gonna not. This time we have the stupid pliers. Hopefully we don't break any rings, because that's normally what happens when I use these pliers. The second ring has a dot. The dot always faces up. So you'll catch that right in your tool. It sits in the groove, nice and tight, and then you don't just sit there and torque the death out of it. Wait till it's over the piston. Don't just mash your handles flat. And then just make sure your dot's up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Hopefully it don't break. Get it in the second groove and let it go. And if it's not exactly in the groove, you can just kind of adjust it later. And then, like, you know, they should turn relatively better than this. That doesn't turn awesome, but these pistons were gross. And we did the cleaning as best we could. But then you want to spin it around. So that's what we're going to do. I'll show you another one. You get your dot. Make sure your dot's up. Your dot's up again. Put them in your tool. Just let it sit there. Don't crank on them. Take your piston and just stretch it just enough to get over that piston. Don't mash your handles flat. If you start breaking rings, you're going to be in trouble. And then that's it. And then you just kind of adjust it, make sure it spins. Make sure your dot's up. Just make sure your dot's up. Set it in your tool. Hold it. Just stretch just enough to get over that piston. Get it in the ring groove, or close to the ring groove. If you have to mess with it, you have to mess with it. I usually do these by hand. I'm faster by hand than I am with this stupid tool. But I'll bring it back when we do a top one. Alright guys, I'm going to show you a couple of the top rings. The top rings have no engravings or nothing, so according to the instructions, it doesn't matter. You put them whichever, but I try to keep them, if the top of the package is the way it is, that's how they should go in. Or at least that's how I feel they should go in, so that's how I do it. Because every time you open a package, that's how they are. And I'm still not used to the pliers because I don't use them enough, I guess. I know how they work. We'll orientate the rings. You want to do like one this way and one the other way, and so they're not all lined up. But we'll do that just before we bash them in the holes. Yeah, that's like normally I'll just take the ring and put it on there, and then I just spiral them on. Like, it's way easier than that tool for me. So I mean, I don't know. They say don't do that. I don't know why they don't do that, but like the tool is, I don't know. The tool is fucking stupid because I can do it, you know, pretty good.
I like the tool.
He likes the tool. I don't really care for the tool, but whatever. That's what it is.
Everybody's got that.
Everybody, they say don't do this. I see, maybe on the second ring because you're really torquing it. Like, I don't know, these ones here. I mean, I don't know. Kind of fall on there anyway. He's doing the last one now. So all our rings are on. We're gonna get the cylinders ready. Let me bring you guys back over here. Give you some vertigo. Pontiac's weird on the cylinder. Like, the one forward is not one, and that's how most V8s are. So when you look at the main cap, the rod cap rather. It's one being in the back and then two being in the front, and they're always backwards. So it's like 1, 2, and then it's 3, 4, and so on and so on. But it's weird to look at because you automatically just assume that it's wrong. But that's kind of how Pontiac is. They got a weird thing with that cylinder over there being number 1, and it's not the forward cylinder. Normally it's the forward cylinder's number 1. Anyway, there you have it. We're gonna get set up here and we're gonna go. All right, guys. Lucas and I are going to do this one. We're going to do a couple for you. We're going to show you all 8 because it's whatever. So I do it with the piston thing. So I put a hose on one side. You can do 2 sides with the hose. We'll see how this goes. I orientated these already. I like my gaps a certain way. Everybody does it different, so you do it how you want. I like my gaps different. So you orientate your rings. You don't want all these ring gaps. Is what I mean by gap, is all these ring gaps. You don't want them all lined up on one side because then you have a massive compression link. If you want to slow your buddy down, kind of orientate them a little bit closer together. Rings do turn as the motor runs, so eventually he'll get his power. And then I throw them in oil, the whole thing. This makes a huge mess, by the way. This is not the cleanest way of doing this. And Lucas is getting us set up a little bit better with that pan. So I let it drip. We have a hose that'll stop it. Lucas will watch it. And then I just get it up here and I set it in the bore. And I just set it not all the way down. Just let it set. I let it set up above. Not that much. Whatever that is. Inch or so. Whatever. And then I take my junk compression tool, which is this thing. I like the ones that are conical that you just smash right on there. Those are nice, but they're bore specific. This is a meatball, so I don't have one. But it's a 60 over bore, whatever, 400, whatever it is, whatever. We don't have it. So I'll take my ring compressor. I'll sneak it right on there. They make an Allen key thing for this. I don't use that either. I use a regular ratchet.
You know, spin on the block.
You don't have to crank the fuck out of it. It's like snug. And then I'll take my mallet. Lucas will guide that. See how that hose has already got that? So it really ain't gonna smash anything. It should just like guide it. I square the tool first, make sure this is nice and square. I mean, sometimes they fall out anyway, especially when you're working on an angle. Oh, there's a little notch in the front of the piston. I'll show you on the next one because I didn't show you on that one. But there is a notch. And I think we lost the ring.
We did. It's pulled up on the
All right,
side.
I'm gonna push back. All right, good. We're gonna redo this one. Because it didn't work. I don't know if I didn't have it in the beginning or if it just wasn't tight enough. It seemed to be working. Now it's not, clearly. There we go. All right, push it back up. We're gonna do this again. Lucas got us all kinds of crooked looking, but that's okay.
Straighten it out.
'Cause we don't care. We're gonna straighten it out and then it's gonna work. Hopefully we're out far enough.
Oh, wow, you guys work on it.
I'll straighten myself. I just need to make sure the tool was good. So sometimes we might end up changing our system here because when you're laying it on the flat, sideways like this, things tend to fall out because you don't have gravity with you no more. Well, you just blast it, and there you go. And then we'll hang that up, and then he's going to try to man it. If he can't, we're going to line that up, and he's going to stick it right on there. And there it is. And then we're going to put a cap on it. Make sure the cap goes the right way. These little dots go together. Always look at these tangs. See the tang? That tang goes with that tang. I don't know that you can, I wouldn't want to put it on backwards to find out because it probably will go on backwards.
It's not going to work out ends.
Yeah, it's not going to be good for anything. So that's how we're going to do that. And then those get, they get torqued to, I forget what he said, 45 foot-pounds, I think.
Yes.
When we get set up for the next one, we'll bring you back. All right, guys, here's our crap piston. So, and I don't know what they call this. They call this 4-valve relief, but it looks like, I don't know, a couple 100,000 valve reliefs on the top of this. And this is supposed to be a flat top, but I mean, with all that shit in the middle, I don't see how. Anyway, this is the notch. This groove faces forward. And this motor's been redone already because of the reconditioned rods, because they have a number 5 here and then a number 3 stamped on, whatever. So this is this engine's kind of a disaster. But we're going to stick this in the oil, we're going to assemble another one. We're going to let it drain out. I know a lot of people don't like my oily method, but I like it. And it's gonna do shit. It is what it is. I'm gonna set that right there. It's gonna stop right there. Then we're gonna set our tool up. Got a ratchet. Tool ain't quite big enough for these monster ass Pontiacs here. Push that back up. Push it up. No. Back up. There we go. Alright, now we're back on track. Alright guys, so I don't really tighten those that much normally, but I don't know why this thing wants to fall apart on us. Probably because we're not flat. But I like working on the angle because it makes it easy. You can see, you're not climbing underneath the engine to put the stupid thing on. Here we go. You're gonna guide that? You're going down there. Here we go. That's on. And we're gonna knock it the rest of the way down as he kind of guides us in there. That's it. Pause, you guys. We'll get set up again. We'll do one more with you guys, and then we're gonna just kind of turn the radio on, and we're gonna jam these out. Then we'll bring you back when we're done. Okay, guys. There's lots more we're gonna do with you. So it's the same deal. We got the hose on there. We got our stuff. Everything rotates the way it should.
Oh, I gotta get
Sticks. You're gonna have to do some lube over there. Now we have to work around this. I don't know why these want to not be right. Now they want to be too good. They're gonna fall right through there. I love these tools because they're razor sharp. They cut the shit right out of you. I'll probably just turn my lens. Oh, good. All right. That is that.
spin the crank.
Square up we're not bashing into it. Keep going. Make it comfortable. Cool. That'll work for it. Alright guys, we're gonna jam it. Oops, got it. We're gonna hang that up. Make sure your tank's going the right way. A little bit of lube on that.
Yeah, I know.
He's good. He's ahead of me. Alright guys, we're going to jam the rest of these on. That's how you do it. Please let me show you what he's doing over there. We'll move you over for a second. You can see what's going on the other side. I don't know if you can see what's going on. So you put those two nuts on. You put the cap on, which it's cap. The two little,
too fast. The cap's
yeah,
over
the two little tangs are together. And then you torque them, those two nuts, and that's it. And then it's done. Okay. We'll bring you back. And they're covered with motor oil, so that's why we're not using any fancy shit on them. Okay guys, we're putting our oil pump on. So there's an oil pump drive shaft that sits in there, and it's keyed to the pump. I should have showed you guys, but we didn't, so here we are, because I'm a shitty YouTuber. So anyway, we're going to tighten those two bolts to whatever torque it says. We're going to find that out too. Okay, Lucas is going to torque them to 30 foot-pounds, it says.
Yes.
If he goes to 40, it ain't going to hurt my feelings.
We're going to try to keep it right.
We're going to pause it while he turns down a thread that's 9,000 miles long. Oh, no, he's already got it. Go a little bit and then a little bit, so it's even. Oh, we did all the stuff has been torqued on this in stages, so we don't just go right to it and that's it. Like even with the rod bolts, I think we did 20 first and then it went to
Yeah, we did
whatever
20
it was.
and then 45.
Yeah, 20 and then 45. And I don't know if that's really going to torque good on that one because it looks not awesome, but we'll see.
So for this, we'll go 15.
All right, he's going to do 15.
And then 30.
And then 30. Or 40. I like 40 for some reason.
All right, I'll do a 40.
Unless it's not going to have. If it's going to snap off, then we don't want to do it.
Oh, that one's at 40, so.
All right, we got one at 40. We're going to over torque these. Because when you cross thread and strip everything, that's the natural Loctite.
That's 40.
They'll never fall out.
All right, they're both at 40.
All right, they're both at 40. We're going to tighten these top plates too, because I don't know. I think I took them off when I took it and cleaned it. Yeah, those all need to be tightened.
Those are 15.
15 foot-pounds?
Yeah.
That's what it said?
Oil pump cover.
Okay, that's it. So there you go. We're going to torque that next. It looks like he's already got the socket. No, he doesn't have the socket.
All right, go back. Back with the right side socket. We're going to torque these four to 15 foot-pounds. And these, it looks like they were already tightened, so we're going to go right to 15.
I might have tightened them already. Just do it. If they tighten more, they tighten more. If they don't.
I had one go a little bit more, the rest all seem to be right there. Oh, that one went a little bit. Alright, now they're all at 15, so this is all torqued down correctly.
Alright guys, we got a used, we're doing everything you shouldn't do. So we have a cam laying around. Lucas got it, there it is. We're going to jam that in there. That's out of a 389. It ran pretty decent. We're going to try it. We're going to stick it in there. We have the lifters to match. If it ticks, it ticks. I don't think it's going to because we did kind of keep everything together. But I'll show you guys. I'm going to smash this in there real quick. Oh yeah, you can assemble it. Run it down and I'll make it up. Right along. All right, we're gonna lube this thing up, as you can see. All right, good. So here we go. It's a big mess now. Everything's a mess.
He didn't make a mess, he didn't do it right.
So here we go. We have this. Put my screwdriver all over it. You don't want to bang up these journals if you can help it. You know, you don't want to bash this thing all over the place. It is kind of tough when it's like on an engine stand because everything's like not straight. Everything's like crooked. I got it. And then I have a screwdriver in my hand. I just don't like ripping them. Just smashing it in there, I guess. But then you can use a screwdriver after you cover it with shit and make it all slippery nice. And that gives you a little bit of extra leverage to get in there. And it's always the last one that's a bitch. We'll get it. We're gonna get there, and I think that's that. And that's that. And then we're gonna put our front cover plate on there, our retaining, which is right there. Where that hole was, Lucas, it lines up with the little slit.
Yeah, so this hole right here is gonna line up with a slit on the front of the block.
There you go. And we'll just start those loosely because we're gonna Loctite those. Just start one to hold it, and I'll go grab you the Loctite. I'm gonna grab him Loctite. Okay, we have Loctite. I'm gonna start that in there. And we're gonna Loctite the other one. And then we're gonna tighten them up. And then that's that. Then we're gonna put a timing chain on it. We have two timing chains to choose from the junk pile. What are we calling this again?
This is the Craft Yard 400.
Crap box?
Yeah, the Craft Box, yeah.
This is the Craft Box 400. That's the name of this engine. I'm gonna keep forgetting it. So now it's out there in video land. It's the Craft Box 400. And that's what it is. And that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna take it and we're gonna beat it up.
Take it to the drag strip.
Yeah, it's gonna go drag strip. 350 is gonna go drag strip first. Then this is gonna go drag strip. And the cylinder walls are so worn out, it's kind of nice. It's already like pre-gapped for, I had to hone it like more than I should have. Because it was locked with rust. You guys seen that in the other video.
That's it.
And pretty smart. You can look up the spec if you want.
Oh, there is a spec.
Yeah, it's probably the same as the oil pump. It's the same size bolt. Well, that looks good. Well, I'll just check it. But yeah, so it's got enough ring gap already from the honing. So it's got an extra. It's got extra gap in it already because it's yeah. I don't know where I was going with that.
We can run nitrous if we want to.
Oh, if we want to spray it, yes, we have enough ring gap. It is a junk ass cast piston, so who knows? It lives. It lives. If it runs good, I want it to live. If it runs not so good and whatever, then maybe we spray it anyway because it sucks. And we'll see how it goes. Well, now we're going to do a timing chain set, so I'm going to pause you guys, get you in a better spot. You've probably been looking at my shoulder the whole time. Okay guys, this is the pan off of that 400 with that had all the water and stuff in it. So we're going to get to cleaning this up, but I wanted to show you guys the awesomeness that we have going on here. Carry this over, we can get in the light maybe. So yeah, that's what we're faced with here. Let me see if I can get out of it. That's the shit right there, boy. Look at that. Huh? It's all the good stuff right there. Nice. All right, we're gonna get this cleaned up, and then we're gonna get it jammed on there. And I'll see you guys shortly. Hey guys, here's our pan. Somebody else has grinded on this before, so I'm guessing this has been rusted multiple times. Because I mean, this pan is pretty ugly looking. So we're gonna clean it up some more. We're gonna do body work on all these things. I don't know if the camera will show it, but they use like all the wrong hardware on this. If you look at that, there's a big, they're all bumped up, way up, like, because they over tighten them so much. See how that's got a curve in it? And they all have bumps in them. So we're gonna take them, we're gonna bash these down flat again. But then we're gonna put all the wrong hardware right back on there because we approve. Because, you know, you just put the whole hardware store on it and it'll be good enough. But that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna knock these. That one's real bad. You guys really can't. Oh, you can kind of see it. See it? Yeah. So we're gonna fix that up. And I'll run the brush over it some. I mean, somebody really grinded on this thing. So, but all right, I'll bring it back. Guys, we're on the water pump and timing chain cover now. So what you have is you're gonna stack these gaskets. So you have this one, then you have a separator plate goes between this and the water pump. So that'll go on next. So that'll sit on there like so, and then your water pump goes on. So I'm gonna assemble this, and then we'll stick it on the motor as a whole. But there's little gaskets in here that are kind of important. There's rubbers in here. You need to have those rubbers. This motor didn't have them, so I'm sure they had overheating trouble, because that seals the spacer plate to the pump so it can pull. Otherwise, water can get in between. I mean, it gets in between anyway, but you don't want to mess up your flow. That's what I thought was wrong with mine when I went through all the stuff of trying to figure out what's going on, but there's nothing wrong. So I'm going to get this assembled. I'm just going to put these three things together, and then I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, here's our cover assembly. So now we have the water pump on there with the separator plate. Front seal is in. A lot of these bolt holes were stripped, so that's why they had all the hardware store stuff, because it's all different length bolts to try to catch some threads. So this front cover is probably not the best cover, but it is holding tight. And then that's where we're at. We got the back all cleaned up. So then we're just going to take this, all these bolts that go through this cover and into the block, make sure you put anti-seize on them, because that's probably why this cover is in such bad shape, for one. These bolts love to seize in there. You know, not that motor I don't think is going to. But yeah, these three bolts, there's three on each side. Total of 6. There's one there, and one there, and one there. And they all love to be a pain in the ass. So I'm going to put my gasket in, put the gasket on here. We're going to stick the cover on, and then I'm going to use the harmonic balancer to line it up, because there's supposed to be dowels in here, but we only have one. So I'm going to kind of we're going to run it. We're going to see what happens. So I don't really care at this point. So that's what it's going to be. All right, I'll stick that together and I'll bring you guys back. Oh guys, here's our intake that we're working on. It had a ton of water in it. I sandblasted what we could, like, and the blaster gave up on me. So we're just gonna clean up what we can. We're gonna paint it blue. We ain't gonna mess around with it. We're gonna just paint it. We'll run some stuff through those runners. I tapped out these holes. This one's stripped, of course. So I don't know if it's gonna get an Edelbrock, probably because we're gonna have to use the inside holes. Which ain't the greatest for power, but we don't care. It's gonna be good for what it is. It's a Performer RPM. I don't know what range that is or whatever. It's a quadra jog, but the square bore seems to fit on there without any issue. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, guys, and that's where we're at. That's the motor's together for the most part. I hung the front timing chain cover. You intercede those bolts all together. I did use a harmonic balancer to align this because it only had one dowel pin. And that's where we're at, guys. I'll bring you back when we do more stuff. See ya. All right, guys, here we are. Wiped out. We got our intake on. Torque that down. You have to do it by wrench because it's the way it is. And so now we're gonna give it a little love with the finishing touch of the Craigslist rebuild in a can. So we got gaskets and rings in there. Cleaned it up as best we could. It's got 4X heads on it, which I don't think are the greatest ones, but I think they've been milled. And they have screw-in studs, so I don't know what 4X heads these are because they don't fit anything that they should be. So we're going to shoot this and I'll bring you guys back and I'll show you what the end result is here. Alright, well there it is, guys. Well guys, there it is. We painted her all up. Doesn't look awesome, but it looks better than it did. So, and it looks pretty good. For the texture that sandblaster left on the intake, that thing turned out all right. I was a little bit thinking, man, that's going to look like really coarse because I didn't have any like fine sand to go over that thing with. Now let me grab a light. Oh, there we go. It might be a little bit too much there. There we go. Yeah. That had a real grit to it though, that sand, so the intake looks okay. I'm okay with that. For the crap box 400, looks pretty good. I'm gonna go in our crap boxes tomorrow. I'll bring you guys along. We'll dig in our crap box over there. I think there's a set of valve covers over there for this maybe that we can throw on there. If not, we'll steal the ones off, the factory ones off of that, and we'll put them on there. I don't know if I'm gonna paint them, but we'll see what happens. This motor, I don't think it's gonna stay in there very long. But hopefully it runs good. That's all I'm shooting for, is something that runs like halfway decent and doesn't overheat. Overheat being the big thing. And we'll get our LS stuff going. I think it's going to get LS swapped. I hate LS swap and everything, but I don't want to LS swap everything. But, you know, hey, that thing with a 408 stroker and a turbo going to be pretty good. Especially with an 80E behind it and a Ford 9-inch. Maybe some vintage air. We'll have a nice ride. A lot better for Power Tour next year than doing this shit at the last minute and, you know, have something that'll get on that dyno and make more than 127 horsepower. Alright guys, like, share, subscribe. See ya. Okay guys, we're over here searching in our crap boxes for some extra goodies, if we have any extra goodies, and I think we just found them. So we found a set of Mickey Thompsons for that thing. I don't know if we have some bolts in there. So we're gonna look through our shit here and see if we can, even the gasket's kind of thick looking, but we could run it. We could use that gasket and everything. So we have a set of Mickey Thompsons here. Ooh, we got more bolts. Hey, we might even have all the stupid little T-handles from the 90s. Yeah, buddy, we might have enough stuff here to make this work. Well, there's 4 in that cover. We only have 2 in this cover. Let's hunt around and see if we can find 2 more of them. I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so we got 2 covers and we got 7 of those things. There's one missing somewhere. So this is why we keep all of our crap. Because, you know, you might have to build a crap box 400 one day. Yeah. And we found some exhaust we might be able to hack up and make work. Yeah. Sure did. Alright guys, I'll bring you back. What's up guys? The crap box 400 strikes again. Look at this hole. Look what somebody did here. They drilled it out to 3/8 and then they made their own stud. So it's 3/8 on one end and 5/16 on the other. That's what was screwed in there. And of course, you know, I mean, you know, you can't make this stuff up, buddy. The engine that just keeps on giving. It's the second and third time I found shit like this in here with the strip bolts and stuff. I don't know who put this. These were upside down, some of the other shit. I don't know. This motor came out of Florida. I'm going to find out what town that was. Hopefully somebody sees this video that knows the guy. I suppose he was in a Firebird. Time to stop putting motors together. There's our newfound valve covers. We're going to put a Healy coil or something there. I don't know. Maybe we'll try his bolt. His bolt's too thick for that flange, so yeah, I keep running across that everywhere on this motor. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Okay. And we found a harmonic balancer for it. Don't know if it's the right one, but it's a balancer. Probably gonna end up using it. Or I'm just gonna pull the one off the 350. We'll see what it looks like. We'll see how it goes on there, and we'll see what it looks like. The rubber ain't in terrible shape. It's got some stuff stuck to it, but you know, I don't know. We'll see. If it's the same thing, maybe we'll just stick it on there so we keep our 350 together. Alright guys. Oh, here's the crap box 400. And the motor mounts were kind of a disaster. So we ended up, we had to cut that one off the frame. So it's going to be moved forward a little bit from where it was before originally. Because Pontiac did something with the casting, and you have these bolts, but then there's no bolt hole, there's nothing in the casting, and they make a thing. But I welded a thing, you guys can't see it. So I utilize the top. You guys can't see it, but so it has two bolts, like one here. There's one here and one there. Yes, we're missing that one, but, and I'll show you, like, see, this one has two bolts. There's one there and one there, and they're pretty fucking spaced out. Then when you go and look at this old 350, it has all the bolts. So I guess in 75, when they cheapened out the casting, they got rid of this one, and this one. So now you have this, and they're in a different place. So like there's one here, it's totally different. You have nothing to go by. And it's the same on this side. See how many bolt holes it has? We don't have that on the 400. We have like, and they're here. Like one of them is there, and then this one's not, I think. And then this one, or something, it's different. So we ended up, I welded a bracket to utilize, so I think the mount was actually sitting here. So I used this bolt, I don't remember now. But I used this bolt, and this one's not there. Oh no, it's here. We're missing the thing. So I made a bracket from here to there. It's kind of ghetto, but it's going to work because we don't care. Because this motor isn't permanent. And this is why we LS swap things, Pontiac. Make some more stuff that's all different. This is what we did. See, there's the bracket. See, we welded a bracket, and then it goes up, and it connects to the top bolt, and it connects to the bolt that doesn't have anything in it. So we had one that's in the correct space. We don't have the back one at all. And so I don't know. It's a messed up deal, and I don't know what motor mount that's supposed to take. I think it goes to the clamshell style, like, because the motor's newer. So it went to the clamshell style where it gets the regular rubber pedestal, not that thing. So this should be in the right spot. So that should locate us. The training will locate us. That motor mount is going to be moved forward. I don't care. We're going to put it there. I'm going to tack weld the stupid thing on. And that's going to be the end of it. Because this motor's, it's a temporary situation. We're going to run it. We're going to see how it does. We're going to compare it to the 350. It's the crap box 400. It's probably going to run great. And it'll probably stay in there for a while. But if it don't, I don't really care. It's going to... This is temporary. I'm going to start putting all the LS stuff together now to swap this car out. But, and that's where we're at. So I'm going to lower this down in there. After that rant of Pontiac, we're doing Pontiac things. So I don't know why you would keep changing everything. Now you have to buy brackets and conversion this and that. It's a Pontiac, man. She bolt together. You're putting the same motor in there. Same motor. You're going to buy special brackets and shit. Doesn't make sense. Alright, so we're going down slowly. It's sinking. And hopefully this just drops in, you know? We don't have any more troubles. We're going to have French bread pizza tonight. So I'm going to go in and get that in a little while. We got our 4-barrel fluxman dinghy. So we bought this bracket. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we did a bracket. Let's see if you guys can see me before I keep talking. We'll let her sink on her own. Oh, you can see me. Okay. Yeah, we put this on so it has bolts into the good holes because the outside holes in the intake were all stripped. Somebody did a fantastic job, like the rest of everything else on this motor. Crap ball. Crap ball. Crap ball. Thing's trying to get our wiper motor. Pretty soon we're going to go over and slow that down. Seems to be picking up speed. Plus we're going to need a light. Oh yeah, we're getting close. Is it just going to fall in there? I doubt it. But it might. We're going to stop it right there. See if we can put a little pressure on that backwards. I think I'm in the wrong hole. We're trying to build a motor. Maybe? Can't see, guys. On that other side is definitely binding itself. It's definitely stuck over there. I can't see anything there. I wish I could see what's going on. We're close. It's up there. It's too far that way. It's too far on the passenger side. But it's stuck in that mount, which is holding us over here. Always work like shit once you need it to work. This thing will spin all day nice and smooth until I need it to be smooth. And then it won't be smooth. Press it again. There we go. There's an alignment pin, one of them. If we can get the other side to drop, we'll be all set. We got one alignment pin. If we don't knock that out, I think that's what it is. It's motor mount. I think I'm out of it right now. Yeah. I don't know if I can just drop it, muscle it. Maybe we can drop it, muscle it. I don't know, maybe. We got one alignment pin. I can't get the other one because I can't see on that side. And the car's lifted up on the lifter side, so it's like not easy to see either. We did get this one though. We do have this one lined up. Was lined up. It's not lined up anymore. Who wants to fight us today? What's going on here, guys? What is going on here? The lift doesn't want to stay back. The motor doesn't want to stay where it is. Nothing happened. Not lifted up enough for me to fight with it. Try jacking it up a little bit. I don't want to take too much weight. It's just enough to, so I can move her around. Get her stuck in the right spot. Something that I can put pressure on the whole thing with. It still needs to go up. And I don't think it's enough where I can catch the bottom bolt from the bell house. It's still a little too far off. Plus, I don't want to break the bell house. That sounds great. I don't know if I can just keep, if I can keep it back and move it, we'll be all set. Come up just a tiny bit more. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Oof, got it. Tell me that's it. Tell me that just slid right in that easy. You can even lie to me. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got it. I don't know if we have that motor mount, but we got the training, I'm pretty sure. I think we got it. I think that's in like right there. I think it's in. Hopefully. Probably not. Well, the top of the bell house is wide open. That pin's there for the most part. Now we slid out like I thought it would. Oh, come on. Work with me on this a little bit. Just a little bit. Work with me a little bit. Oop, there it is. Got it. We got it. Is that it? I think that's it. We got it. Why does it seem so messed up looking? It seems messed up looking. I don't think we We missed it. I think we missed the alignment pin because we can't see what we're doing over here. Looked okay. Nothing. The way it dropped in there though, it sounded like I got it. You might be able to go underneath and just wiggle the tranny around. Maybe that strap needs to be eased up on the transmission. Yeah, we got the motor mount in. I don't know if we should try that. Oh boy. Why is it so far off? It's crazy off. Just can't see nothing. We're going to try to see if we can do this from underneath. I don't know. It's 20 minutes of struggle with the thing. I'm going to pause you guys for a minute. All right, guys, it just dropped in. We'd raised it up, and I had to put that stand under there. Put that stand under the motor, drag on it, just lift it up ever so slightly, and then I loosened our ratchet strap, and bam, it fell right in. So there is, well, I don't know, you guys can't see shit, but there's our, see, we got a gap on the bell housing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the pins are in. So I'm thinking we can put bolts in there now. We'll make sure nothing's pinched, and we'll get the bolts in there. I'm gonna go eat pizza though right now. So I'll see you guys later, and I'll bring you back once we jam some bolts in there. See how we did.